There is a fire that was lit inside you long before the world ever knew your name. It was not kindled by applause, nor did it depend on circumstance. It was placed there by the hand of God Himself, a fire not meant to warm comfort zones, but to forge purpose in the furnace of trials. The enemy has whispered in your dark nights, telling you it's gone, that you've burned out, that the embers are cold and your time has passed. But the Spirit of the Lord declares today, the fire in you will not go out. It flickers, yes. It dims when you're weary. It dances low when the winds of hardship howl. But even in silence, even in sorrow, even when no one sees, that fire remains, because it is not yours to maintain alone. The fire in you is sustained by heaven, just like the fire on the altar in Leviticus, never to be extinguished. The flame in you has been commanded by God to burn continually. You've walked through valleys. You've been pressed on every side. You've questioned if you have what it takes. But let me remind you, when Moses stood before the burning bush, he was full of doubts, full of fears, full of reasons why he wasn't enough. But God didn't light the fire to glorify Moses. He lit it to send a message. I am with you. And when God lights a fire, no man, no failure, no fear can snuff it out. This is not the time to retreat. This is not the hour to shrink back. You may feel broken, but God says you are burning. You may feel forgotten, but God says you are anointed. You may feel overlooked, but the fire in you is undeniable. Heaven recognizes it, hell fears it, and the earth is waiting for it. There's a reason the battles have increased. There's a reason the resistance feels heavier now. The fire is getting stronger. You're carrying something eternal. And with every tear, with every delay, with every disappointment, God is refining you, not to destroy you, but to prepare you for what's coming. Your destiny is not in ashes. It is in the flame. You were never meant to live cold. You were never meant to live hidden. You were born to blaze, right here in the middle of your process, not when it's all polished, not when you feel ready, but right here in your weakness. God is proving that He is your strength. You will rise not because you feel powerful, but because He is faithful. You will endure not because you've never been knocked down, but because His fire in you refuses to go out. Let this be your moment of holy remembrance. God didn't bring you this far to let you smolder out. He is rekindling what religion tried to bury. He is awakening what the world tried to shame. He is breathing on what trauma tried to silence. And if this message is stirring something deep within you, if the fire in your spirit is starting to burn brighter as you listen, then pause right here. Share this word with someone who needs it. Like this message, comment with what God is speaking to your heart, and subscribe to stay connected to the flame of truth and purpose. Sometimes, all it takes is one spark to reignite a soul. You might be the reason someone else's fire stays alive tonight. Now listen closely. The enemy's strategy has never been to extinguish your fire in a single moment. It's to distract you, delay you, discourage you, until you willingly walk away from the flame. But you were not made to be passive. You were made to be a torchbearer, a vessel of divine fire, a walking altar of God's presence in a world growing colder by the hour. Think of Elijah, alone on Mount Carmel, surrounded by opposition, outnumbered, outshouted. Yet when he prayed, when he called upon the name of the Lord, fire fell from heaven. Not because of noise, not because of popularity, but because of obedience. That same fire is in you now. It may not look like a spectacle to others, but in the spirit, it is roaring. And just like the prophet Jeremiah cried out, "His word is in my heart like a fire shut up in my bones." You too will find that no matter how hard you try to ignore it, the call of God will not be silenced. That dream He gave you, it still burns. That vision He showed you, it still lives. That purpose He placed in you, it still fights to be fulfilled. You felt the weight of delay, the sting of rejection, the ache of isolation. But none of these are signs of failure. They are signs of formation. Diamonds are forged in pressure. Oil is pressed in crushing. And fire? It's purified in intensity. You are being set apart not to be diminished, but to be distinct. Not to be forgotten, but to be ignited. When others dim their light to blend in, you will shine brighter. When culture settles for lukewarm, you will burn holy. When the world preaches compromise, you will stand with conviction. Because you carry something different, something sacred. The fire in you is not for decoration, it's for demonstration. And I declare over your life right now, every lie that told you you're done is being silenced by truth. Every shadow trying to snuff you out is being pierced by the light of God's fire within you. You are not too old, you are not too late, you are not too broken. You are right on time, right on target, and right on fire. This world needs what you carry. Not a watered-down version, not a muted version, but the full, blazing expression of the God who lives in you. The fire in you will preach when you have no words. It will shine when you feel unseen. It will guide when the path is unclear, because it is not dependent on emotion, it is rooted in calling. So stir it up again. Fan the flame. Speak life over the ashes. Pray like you still believe. Worship like you still carry oil. Move like you are anointed. Because you are. Heaven has not changed its mind about you. What God spoke over you is still active, still living, still burning with purpose. Don't let temporary circumstances make you forget eternal promises. The fire in you isn't just for moments of success, it's for nights of struggle. It's for days when you question everything. It's for seasons when doors close and the silence is loud. Even there, the flame still burns. God is not waiting for perfection. He's waiting for surrender. He's not asking you to be impressive. He's asking you to be available. The same God who lit fires in the hearts of prophets, apostles, and unlikely warriors is lighting something in you right now. You are not disqualified. You are not disarmed. You are not done. You are rising. Through fire, with fire, for fire. This world doesn't need more noise. It needs more fire. It needs more people who have been set ablaze in the presence of the living God. People who won't bow to pressure. People who won't fold under fear. People who have tasted the flame and carry it into every room they enter. So this is your charge. Let the fire fall. Let it consume every lie, every limit, every label placed upon you. Let it refine your motives, sharpen your vision, and awaken your soul. You were born for this. You were chosen for this. And the fire in you, it will not go out. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. Because He who lit it is faithful to keep it burning. Let this truth mark your memory. The God who set the stars in place also placed a flame within you. Not to tease you, not to test you, but to testify through you. Every time you rise again, that fire testifies. Every time you choose hope over despair, it blazes brighter. Every time you choose to forgive, to speak life, to stand in faith, you are proving that what God placed in you is stronger than what came against you. You don't need a stage to burn. You don't need a spotlight. You don't need approval. The fire in you shines in secret prayer. It blazes in quiet obedience. It glows when you love without being loved back. That's the kind of fire hell can't touch. That's the kind of fire that shifts atmospheres. Yes, there will be days when you feel empty, days when you wonder if you're still called, days when the flame feels too small. But remember Elijah again. Even after calling down fire, he ran into the wilderness and wanted to die. But God didn't rebuke him. He sent angels to feed him. He whispered to him. He reminded him, "You are not alone, and the journey is not over." And so, to the one listening right now, who feels like you're at the end, hear this loud and clear. You are not finished. You are being refined. And that fire, it's not fading. It's deepening. It's becoming unshakable. It's no longer dependent on feelings or outcomes. It's anchored in God's word over your life. You don't need to figure out every step ahead. You just need to keep the fire burning, one act of obedience at a time, one prayer at a time, one yes at a time. The world may not understand it, but heaven celebrates it. And one day you'll look back and realize every flicker mattered, every moment was sacred, and through it all, the fire never went out. You are God's burning one, called, chosen, covered, and still ablaze. Amen.